This episode of Froning and Friends is brought to you by Inside Tracker. Do you want to reach all your strength goals and your life goals too? Do you want to feel healthier than you've ever felt before? You need to make a change, and that's what Inside Tracker is all about. Inside Tracker analyzes your blood, DNA, and recently added the ability to sync with your fitness tracker to create a one-of-a-kind, science-backed action plan to help you reach your potential for better than ever performance and a longer, healthier life. For a limited time, Inside Tracker is offering 25% off its Inside Tracker plan plus free inner age. Just visit insidetracker.com/Froning. Start using Inside Tracker today because change is an inside job. I know for me personally, at 52 years old, blood work tells a story. And Inside Tracker has been a big part of who I am personally. So this isn't something I'm just reading as an ad. I really believe in it. I suggest for anybody out there who you really want to dial into what you need food-wise, hormones, and all of that, get your blood work done, and Inside Tracker is the way to do that. On this episode, we're talking about the Atlas Games. That gets kicked off today here in Cookeville, Tennessee. We've got Tyler Christophel, Henry Sales, and Sam Cornier, all Mayhem athletes. We had this episode was a unique opportunity to kind of talk about who they are as individuals, what Mayhem athlete programming means to them, and then take an in-depth look at the competition over the next 2 or 3 days. So enjoy. Froningless Froning with friends.
Lots of friends.
Mayhem athletes. Today's a big day.
Yep.
It gets quiet. Nobody says anything.
They're ready to
You
go.
guys-
It's a calm before the storm.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Does it like, so when you guys go to compete, how much emotion and energy is really kind of appropriate for you, from a competitive perspective? And we're going to get to talk a lot today. First introduce yourself so everybody knows.
I'm Henry Matthews. And anything else I need to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us how you like your background with Mayhem, maybe sports a little bit.
I played football up here at Tech back in 2007 to 2010. I was under Chip Pugh at the time. He the one that actually got me into CrossFit. I didn't care too much about it because it didn't go hand in hand with football at the time. So he actually had me doing muscle-ups and pistols actually during some of the workouts, and I had no idea what it was. I would just do them, and I would just have the athletic ability to do it. And then it's an interesting story I can tell you. I actually met Rich, I think it was in 2011, and we did a workout outside at the old gym. Like, it used to be a gym at the top of the stadium, and it was like some clean and jerks and some running, and I literally died. And Coach Pugh showed me who he was. I didn't know who he was at the time. And like I said, at the time, CrossFit was not even on my radar. It was all football. And then in 2011, CrossFit Open came around, and I jumped into that, and that was pretty fun. And I met, I think his name's Seven at the time, too. He was the media guy. I met him, and he did a couple of the workouts. And I forgot the older guy. He was another guy that actually, they did like a travel thing around United States doing the CrossFit Open. And after that, I kind of dabbled into it until 2015. That's when I kind of like took it a little bit serious, but I had a lot of holes and had to focus on Olympic lifting and aerobic capacity, a lot of things that people don't really focus on at the time, and I focused on that. And then it took me a while to get to regionals until 2018. That's when I got to regionals and still had some holes, and it took about a year or two off. And then back in February of 2020 is when I actually I'm going to give it another jab. And then I got onto Mayhem programming, and I hit up Jake and hey, man, I'm going to jump on this Mayhem. And he hooked me up, and ever since then, I just been loving it. So
Right on. I'm glad you're here, Henry. Jake Lockhart, of course. What do you do around here? You do everything around here.
Dabble. Dabbleness. I'm the fitness facilitator this weekend. That's what we're going to be.
Is that what it is?
Facilitate these guys' fitness. Yep.
So do you have an official title? Or are you like the director of Mayhem?
That's a great question.
Athletic programming?
It's usually a different title every time I see it on the video. I'll say director of online programming.
I like it.
Director of Mayhem Athlete.
Who is also a PT, because you were looking at my shoulder today because I'm falling apart.
I feel you.
Right on.
Apart a little bit too.
Yep. All right. Sam.
yeah.
Oh, Sam Kouai, 2 times CrossFit Games athlete. I'm 25, still trying to win my life in CrossFit. And
like it.
And that's it. Nothing else. I play hockey all my life. I love hockey.
Yeah.
Have you been on here before, Sam? Talked about?
No, it's my first time.
Yeah, tell them. How long did you play hockey for?
I played hockey all my life. Hockey was a huge part of my life, actually. And it's the reason why I started CrossFit, because I didn't have the chance to play anymore when I was younger because of a car accident. So, that's it.
Tell them, you care to tell them? It's kind of an interesting story. It's a part of you, like your car accident,
Oh,
how you got
so
into that,
yeah,
and then found CrossFit.
I'll try to do like a short story. I was playing high level hockey. I was into hockey, like I was doing like hockey 40 hours a week, like just like I'm doing CrossFit right now.
How old were you?
I was like 16, 17, if I remember well. I was also working in, I'll try to say it correctly, construction. Mm-hmm. All right. So, and just after a day of night, when I finished working, it was kind of late, was a rainy day, have a car accident. Nothing crazy at the time, but my the problem with my car accident went after a little bit, like a month after. Got a huge concussion of it. Didn't do any sport, anything. I wasn't working. I wasn't barely walking outside for like a year.
Because your headaches were so bad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, really bad. So after that, I have to find something else for myself. And at the time, one of my friends was playing hockey with, was coaching in a CrossFit gym. And he just asked me, "Hey, you should come try." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't like training. You remember me when I was like doing hockey and training outside of hockey? I was like the laziest guy in the I was like, all right, let's do some push-ups. I'm like, no. Let's do some sprint. All right, maybe, because it was kind of like helping me for my hockey. But I would not say I was like enjoying the training outside of hockey. And so I went, did the purely CrossFit workout, super easy, and threw up after because I didn't do any sport for like 2 years. And right after I signed up for CrossFit, I'll say for like 2014 to like 17, I was doing like couple class a week, some extra work, but nothing crazy. And at some point, I was like, I'm good at it. Maybe I should try to like have a new chance to do like my athlete life. And yeah, so I quit my job after that at 21 years old. Yeah, 21 years old to do it full time. And now I'm here trying to win the games.
Right on. And you've been to the games how many times now?
Twice.
Yeah. And last year, 10th?
Yeah.
10th, right on. How long have you been a Mayhem athlete then?
Almost 2 years now, I think. Yeah, good question. I think, almost 2 years. Since the Mayhem Classic, so it was like in 2019, so a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds right. Year and a half.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Glad you're here. Tyler.
My name's Tyler Christophel. A little bit of my background. I played 4 years of college baseball. Wouldn't say that I loved the training while I was playing baseball, kind of like Sam. Took a couple years off after baseball. I chased the dream a little bit in baseball and realized that wasn't going to happen. I was a little bit of a late bloomer too, so I didn't really get strong and like really start enjoying training and getting my numbers up in training till I was probably 23-ish. And then in 2014, I watched Rich win on a Sunday afternoon, and a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, I think you'd be pretty good at that." So we were running a baseball facility together, and we just kind of started training CrossFit. And he actually signed us up for a competition. And he was like, "Hey man, I'm doing this CrossFit competition." And I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome, man. I'll go cheer you on." He's like, "Oh no, you're my partner." So I'm like, I can't even do 135 pound snatches, and here we got snatches in this competition. So anyway, we signed up about 6 weeks out from the comp, and then I did the Open. I think the next year, 2016 was my first Open. So yeah, and then late 2020, I reached out to Tasia and Jake, and I've been on Mayhem Athlete since late last year, December of last year.
Word. Tell them a little bit. That's good. I love it. When you came into CrossFit like 165, and Tyler's very, very strong. He second highest front squat maybe at the games last year.
Yep.
But he came in like what, $165?
Yeah, I came into CrossFit like 5'10", 165 pounds probably. I couldn't clean 205. Yeah, I've had a long journey of strength work, squatting, and yeah,
It's paid off, obviously.
done a lot of eating.
And now he's crushing us.
A lot of squatting, volume, and eating.
That's incredible. So talk just a little bit, all three of you, a little bit about Mayhem athlete being on the programming, and we can kind of get into specifics of what this the weekend's going to look like. But what does the Mayhem athlete program kind of mean to you? Go ahead.
First.
I'll take it.
Yeah, go ahead, Tyler.
I would say, as far as the programming goes, one thing, big change I've noticed in my training is the amount of volume and the time that we spend under tension in, specific movements, higher skill movements. I found, for me at least, the things that we attack tons of my weaknesses, and I spend so much time doing it, whether it's being upside down in handstand push-ups or handstand walks or GHDs. So literally upside down under tension for the handstand walks.
Right.
We spend so much time doing it, it's just getting comfortable doing it over and over and over. That's one big thing I found. I would say, like, a priority of mine is the faith over fitness thing. And that was a major factor with me moving forward with Mayhem, was the faith, family, and fitness kind of aligns with what I do. And yeah, I think it was a great move for me.
That's awesome. The values piece. Now, I've been in the barn when you were looking at workouts and you were like, nah, like, I'm giving you a hard time here. You get after it.
Yeah.
But what's the programming? What's it mean to you? Why did you decide to?
I first of all, I signed up for Mayhem athlete because when I came here to the classic, I got my ass kicked, literally. Huh? You remember? So yeah, and right after, me and my friend decided to sign up for Mayhem athlete for a couple months, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, at the beginning, I have to scale the programming. It was way too much volume for me. I remember those afternoons I was trying to go to the gym, trying to warm up the workout. I'm like, I cannot do it. It's impossible. It's impossible. Like, I remember, I think my first week of Mayhem athlete, there's like a workout with 35 row climb total, and the next day it was like chest bar. I don't remember, but my arm was like a T-Rex, and I was supposed to warm up them to do butterfly pull up. After that, I'm like, no, it's impossible. It's too much for me. But with time, I mean, I was trying to push through it, and I think like a couple months after that, I was able to do like the full programming. So for me, yeah, just like you say, like the volume of the training was way more than what I was doing before, and it's really helped me in competition to get like, because when we compete the whole weekend with the stress and everything, we get sore pretty quick. I mean, I don't know you, but me, after one day I'm sore, but because of me, I'm athlete, I'm able to push through it and be better like in the whole weekend of competition. So yeah.
Right on. What are your thoughts, Henry?
Oh, I love it. I guess I have a lot more experience with his program because he started back doing what's Rich doing. That was back in 2014, maybe 2015. So I had a little bit of the volume experience, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. But just the way his methodology of it, I love it. And like, Tyler said, like being upside down and doing a lot of things that you're not really good at, it really helps you be more acclimated to it whenever these handstands, like, this weekend is going to come up in rowing and, rope climbs, like all these things we've already been doing. We're so comfortable with doing it. And I'm grateful for the program, and I do it religiously. I mean, some things I kind of, pick through just to kind of fill my body out. But for the most part, the programming, it goes hand in hand with, I mean, even this year's programming with the Open and stuff, it like everything lines up with it. So that's just my intake on the programming.
I was looking at your Fran time. I was just reading down through notes. Is that real or?
What?
Your Fran time.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic.
Henry was the Fran King. Are you still the Fran King?
I don't know, man. I got backlash on it.
Let's find out today.
The thing is, I got backlash on it, so I kind of like,
yeah,
whoever wants to have their Fran time, they can have it. But when I first did it, I didn't know that I was even going to get close to 2 minutes, and then actually one of my friends talked me into doing. It's like, man, you can get under 2 minutes, and I'm like, I'll try it, just like how Sam was with the program. Like, I give it a try, and then I end up getting like 1:53 with form was not even that good, but it was just one of those things like, okay, I was one of the few people that got under 2 minutes, and I'm sure a lot of people have, but without a medicine ball underneath and, not doing kipping pull-ups and stuff like that. So, that time is, I think it's a few people got under 1:50, I would say, so.
See, we were talking earlier before the podcast, and I was like, man, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
That's where I know him from. Yeah. So you guys have all had, like, you've all had sports experience prior to CrossFit, which is really hockey, football, and then that transition to get into CrossFit space and then to maximize that. And I love it. What else you got as far as programming stuff, Jake? I mean, when you're looking for Mayhem athletes and people that you want to bring on board, what's that look like? And
it's a really good question, actually. Yeah, I guess Henry, you're really OG because you did What You're Doing before What You're Doing was the thing. You're a Mayhem athlete. Honestly, I look for just practically people like tagging us and then line up somewhat with maybe our values. Like I'll check some posts to make sure it's not like completely off the wall. Then reach out if they're enjoying the programming, ask them to try it out. So definitely that. We get some inquiries too. Like I'm really glad Sam, maybe Tyler too, and Henry, they all just DM me. So that happens every now and then. People DM me and like, hey man, I want to try it out. We'll help them out. And then I'll just look how fit are they? Do they represent us well? And then Sam actually just has to come down. So you never know what happens when you ask for something. But yeah, just see who they are as people. Are they fit? And then where they want to go.
Yeah, I think like it's important to us to have answers in our lives, mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's a part of what Mayhem is and Mayhem Athlete is. It's interesting. You said the values piece was important to you. Kind of talk a little bit about that. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what's that mean to you?
I just think that it can be, the fitness can be short-lived. That makes sense. That fuel and that flame can only burn for so long. It has to be like something bigger than that every single day. And that's obviously not just with fitness, that's with everything. I don't know. I just feel like that's like a huge motivating factor for me is like making sure that the faith remains the primary and the focus, and that's what we're doing it for. So it just like Mayhem having that, kind of as their backbone helps keep me on path, I guess.
Yeah. Helps you re-aim every day and things that are important to you outside the sport. I know you can talk to a little bit. I do the Mayhem mindset stuff, and Sam, you've worked through almost all of that. What's this piece mean to you when it comes to this kind of programming?
I mean, for me, Mayhem athlete, it's like if we took out the fitness side and put it on the side, I think we could all agree that family is one of the biggest values for everybody here. I don't want to spoil with you guys, but I think we're all like family is important for us, and that's what Mayhem athlete is, a family. Even since the day when I came here, I mean, the first time I came here, didn't have to they helped me with everything, food, didn't have to pay for my hotel. I mean, they're taking care of me like I was a member of the family, and this is like since day one. And for me, I'm more than grateful for that because they're helping me to reach my goal and my dreams. And this is what family is. I mean, they support each other in good and difficult moment. So yeah, for me, it's way more important for me than the fitness side.
Yeah. Well, you're a long ways from home right now.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot going on in your life personally right now too.
Yeah.
So being able to have your mindset be intact is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about you? What are your thoughts on that?
Faith?
Yeah, or whatever the values piece is to you.
Yeah, my biggest value is faith. Obviously, I've been a believer for a very, very long time. So if I didn't have faith, I wouldn't even really be working out. Because there are so many times I felt like I really can't do this, when you're in the middle of a workout. And family definitely is a big part. Since I moved up here, when I was back in 2007, I didn't realize how big family was until I got around Rich and even other people on the campus and how important it is. Like Sam said about like having, someone behind your back and supporting you and needing, help with somewhere to sleep. I mean, being here is just like you really feel that. You feel that energy, and something I wish everybody would come here and just experience how much they value family over fitness and faith.
So yeah, that's awesome. I think being intentional, and we talk about it a lot. Jake and I have a chance to kind of discuss it on the End of the Storm podcast, but being intentional in all those areas of our lives helps us re-aim and helps us be balanced in that space. Let's talk about the competing part of what it is today, though. Atlas Games starts today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's afternoon, right? Mm-hmm.
2 hours 44
2
minutes.
o'clock.
I started by asking you guys like how much emotion is appropriate, because I was thinking about this podcast, and I'm in general terms I'm a goofball, so I start, but I understand this space of when your mind starts to go over into compete mode. Mm-hmm. Some of that's actually offensive. You know, like when you're in that space and you're getting ready to compete, too much going on around you is something that kind of gets you out of that mindset. So what, 2 hours from now, what is it, Fran? Is that what's going down?
Yeah,
Friendly Fran. That's the first workout.
So, yeah.
So where are you? What are you thinking? How do you approach it? I mean, it would be instructive for people who are watching too, to kind of, how do you get yourself in that space? What's it like right before it's time to compete for you?
I think it's different person to person.
Yeah.
For myself, I like to try to quiet everything, I feel like, so I can try to be as focused as I can be. That way I can, because each workout you attack differently, right? So like this Friendly Fran one, and then for Gretel, we were kind of talking about this earlier too. They're going to be short, they're going to hurt, and getting yourself in the state of mind to know what you need to do at, you know, when 3, 2, 1 go happens, you've been focused on that for long enough now that it's just second nature. So for me, just quiet everything.
Yeah. What's your strategies for the workout? What are you thinking?
Just go. My rep scheme game plan here.
Yeah. You don't have to tell if you don't want it, but
they won't see it till after anyways.
Yeah, probably.
You're doing singles, right?
Yeah, singles on the thrusters. And kipping chest to bar. Yeah, we're doing. I'm gonna try to hang, for myself personally, I'm gonna try to hang onto the thrusters and then maybe break the chest to bar smart, so I'm not falling apart at the end.
There you go. All right.
So. I think it's a little different. This is a different style of Fran. This isn't full speed sprint Fran. It's the 4 minute, 3.5 to 5 minute time domain, and it's pretty gnarly in that third round. So you kind of slice the pie to where the final's not so bad.
Yeah.
I like this Fran a lot. I mean, it's so, because we get to see them suffer so bad.
It hurts so bad.
But it's like what Fran is usually for you the first time you do Fran when you start CrossFit. It's
Yes.
like 4 to 5 minutes. You're not going to go unbroken probably, unless you were just naturally really fit already, but you're just going to hurt so bad after. Whereas if you're really, really fit now, like Fran isn't what Fran used to be. Like Henry, like most of these guys to do around 2 minutes, they're going to be fine after, like stand up. But after this, they're just going to go blitz neck speed for 4-ish minutes, and then they're going to be done.
Will you describe what the workout is for somebody who's watching?
Yeah, good point. It's 3 rounds of 21, 21, 21, whereas normal Fran's 21, 15, 9, but it's 21 thrusters at 115, 21 chest to bar pull-ups, go through that 3 times. Ladies' weights, I think 85.
Yep.
And so almost, I mean, like most people that do this in the normal CrossFit gym are going to break the thrusters in 2 or 3 sets, but the games athletes, most of them are hang on unbroken or 2 sets the whole way and really fast. What you got, Sam?
That's a goal.
That's the goal, but no promises. Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, you know me, Jim. I mean, we've been working together with my mindset. Emotion is a big part of who I am, and I think for me, if I talk like for this year, it's probably my first time. I mean, 2019, my goal was just to qualify the games. It was just like to go there. Last year was to just do better, but I think because of all the work we've done together, my mind kind of switched a little bit, and I'm doing it for another reason. I have a vision for my life, and I'm gonna keep it personal. But so I attacked this weekend. Probably it's my first time I'm attacking that kind of weekend differently than before. I'm not in the same mindset than before, and I'm really excited to see how it's gonna go. And if I talk about the workout personally, for me, I mean, last year I did a rookie mistake and just fall on the ground and not cross the finish line. But this weekend I'm lucky. There's no finish line, so I'm just gonna. My goal is again just close my eyes, go all out. I'm able to. I'm fit enough to. So make it hurt.
And you've talked a lot about really being able to use emotion instead of it the other way around. Instead of emotion and momentum being, pushing you. This time being in a space where that's something that you can, wherever it's useful, use it. Wherever it's not, be able to dial it back. And I think in something like this, I think you're going as fast as you can go, right? It's a little bit different.
Absolutely.
All right.
This is definitely a workout. You want to use some emotion for some of that fuel. Round 3, we need some little emotion there.
100%.
It matters. Get back to that bar. Get back to the bar, baby.
Yeah, you need to remember what you're doing it, and I mean, for everybody, the first round is easy. I mean, we're all fresh. Second round, you're kind of like, all right, it's hard, but I can keep going. But the third round it's where like the workout is playing. And for me, my goal today is just to remember when I'm gonna pick up that bar on the last 21 thruster, why I'm doing it, and for who. That's it.
I love it. It's good. What are you thinking over there?
I'm just thinking about the planning right now. I'm thinking in so many different ways. I was talking to Ben. Because I was watching Matt Fraser do the workout. Because, Fran is like my workout, but this is a totally different workout. And like Sam said, and Tyler, like that first, second round is like they feel good, but that third round it really hurts. And I think I would say the emotional side of it is the third. I think when I think about that third round, I get very emotional due to the fact I know it's going to hurt really bad, and I know it's going to be temporary, just like anything else. It's just a matter of getting to that place, that dark place, and try to hang on to that third round. And I mean, rep scheme wise, I mean, of course I want to go unbroken, but I definitely have to fill that third round out for sure. Once I get to that third round, I'm gonna fill that out. If I need to break up the thrusters, I think that's gonna be my biggest thing. And the chest bar, I think I'll be okay. I'm not saying I'm gonna be good, but you know, it's different when you're around other athletes and you're pushing yourself, you know, past what you've already planned. So I just got to see how it goes.
Right on. What's the rest of the weekend look like? I mean, can you kind of set up the weekend and maybe we can talk through what the other events are? And
Sure, yeah. So event 2 will be tomorrow morning. We're going to do it around 9-ish. So we're trying to line up the times with when they usually work out to give them the most advantage. That one is dumbbells and GHDs. So it's 50 shoulder overhead with 2 50-pound dumbbells for the men, 35s for the ladies. After the 50 shoulder overhead, it's 50 deadlifts into 50 GHD sit-ups into 100 single arm dumbbell overhead squats. You can use either arm. Then you go back down the ladder, 50 GHDs, 50 deadlifts, 50 shoulder overhead. I think, what's the time cap on that?
It's 25.
Yeah, it's pretty long, 25.
You got big time caps this weekend too, so everyone's going to finish pretty much all the workouts. Y'all want to talk through that one again?
yeah, what are your thoughts there? Anytime I hear that 100-pound dumbbell,
That's 50-pound dumbbell.
I thought you said 100. I was like, I'm scared. I'm just scared. I don't know if I can come watch.
This workout is, the first half is okay, and then the back half is where you have to grit your teeth. Yeah. It's chipper style, up and down the mountain. The 100 overhead squats is like how tough can you be on overhead squats, or what's your capacity on single arm overhead squats, and then just how bad do you want it on the back end of the slope. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I agree. No, yeah, I think the key to the workout is just to find a pace for yourself that you can cruise it for the whole workout, and maybe try to push the last 50 shoulder to overhead. If you start too fast, for sure you're gonna crash. Yeah, your shoulder's gonna be pretty.
So I tested the first part of this one, and I did that. I went like 50 unbroken and walked them forward for 30 deadlifts, and I was like, that was a bad idea, but let's ride.
Do you guys tested it? I mean, do you kind of know?
Yeah, we just coupled.
Yeah.
Coupled of the workout. I mean, personally.
Yep.
I don't know you, Henry.
Yeah, I've done it. Let's see. I've done it probably like 3 or 4 times in different variations. Like I did it one time full through, and I've tried different ways. Like I tried unbroken, I tried breaking it up. I think it's just that back end. I think that overhead squat's really gonna separate people. And if you can stay, like Sam say, pretty consistent, and then that back end try to pick it up, I think you can make a lot of time on the back end versus the front end. Because that's, I mean, your heart rate's gonna be pretty low. And about 5 minutes in, that's when that heart rate kicks up. So that's my experiences on it. If anybody want to use that,
I like it.
True that. Yeah, overhead squat separator there. How many sets you do and just your rep speed.
Yeah.
People who squat faster move quicker through that. I mean, the deadlifts are just like pay to play for everyone. Most people going broken smooth. In the back half, those last 50 shoulder overhead. That's where people separate.
yeah, that last 50 hurt.
So what I hear you saying is you have to have a plan, but it really doesn't matter on the back end of that.
You can't be dumb on the front half.
Yeah.
And on the back half, that's where, if you did smart on the front end, the back end's just going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't blow up.
I know.
So, event 3 is, I did this yesterday. I was just under the time cap. 30 muscle ups, 30 meter dumbbell front rack walking lunge. We're with the 50-pound dumbbells again, 35s for the ladies, 300 double unders, 20 muscle ups, 20 meter walking lunge, 200 dubs, 10 muscle ups, 10 meter front rack walking lunge, 100 double unders. So it looks kind of like the 30-20-10 rep scheme for all of it.
Bar or rings?
Ring
Rings.
for everything.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice workout to do, actually.
It's a cool workout.
Yeah. When I tested, it was fun to do. Personally, I can go faster for sure. I think we can all agree that the 30-meter lunge, it's pretty like weird to do because it's like a short distance. So every 5 meter we have to turn around and go back. So it's kind of like when your legs, it's starting to get like a little bit fire inside, you can like just stand up, turn around. So you kind of like have a break inside of the workout. So you have to make sure to go fast on the muscle up and double unders. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, we're so used to doing like 50 to 100 meter lunges, so it's definitely a transition. It's like it kind of gets to you a little bit, like I gotta go back and forth. But like Sam said, it gives you a break, with the muscle ups and the double unders, and try to get through those muscle ups as fast as you can with probably small sets, and then the double unders you probably can chip away instead of just doing them all on broken. Because once again, you want to keep that heart rate down. That's the biggest thing. So
definitely longer workout. So like we would say, it'd be like an aerobic workout, because you're not going super fast. We and Tyler talked about it. It's probably like, I think Joe Nokowski won some super, super good scores, like maybe a few, and then like a
I
decent
personally
little bunch.
don't think anybody can touch Nikoski on this
it's
workout.
crazy.
I watched him and I was like, oh my God, it's more than fast. It's like the perfect way to
He
do a
smashed.
workout. Yeah, he smashed it.
He did great.
So I can put $5 on the table that $5. I mean, I didn't win the game, so I don't have all the money yet. But I can put $5 on the table that nobody's touching Nikoski on this one. I'm sure. Yeah.
It's long enough, like there can be just a crazy score, and then a bunch of like 5 to 10 here, and then the rest of the guys a minute or two later, wherever that's around 14, 15.
All right, I like it.
17, 18.
I like it. This is a good test then.
It is a good test.
What are you thinking?
Ring muscle ups and double unders. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's where you're at. It's where your capacity's at on both of those. So not only was 60 ring muscle ups not enough, they want to make our shoulders tired with double unders. So
yeah.
it's fatigue muscle ups.
Same stimulus right there.
Shoulders and shoulders, shoulders and shoulders.
Lots of shoulders, lots of shoulders.
The lunge is a little strange. It's like 5 steps in turn.
Yeah,
So,
turn.
that's kind of not fun, but
It is what it is.
it is what it is. Yeah, that's right.
Everyone's doing it, yeah. Usually in the open, like lunges are 25 feet, and now we go like to 15, so it's kind of odd.
Yeah. Yep.
Anything else?
Even 4.
That's right. Let's go.
This one's going to be super interesting, I think, because me, Tyler, and Henry are pretty good with barbell. We are all 3 guys who can snatch pretty decent weight. So I think it's going to be a fun one to see who's going to win this one.
This will be a super fun workout. It's 10 minutes.
Snatches.
You got 10 minutes. You start with 10 snatches.
Oh, the snatch lap.
135. Then you rest a minute. You have to. Change your weights. Go to 185. Rest a minute. 10 snatches. 225. Rest a minute. And then max snatches at 245. All within that 10-minute window. So there's 3 minutes of built-in rest.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat. It's a cool workout.
Yeah.
It's a cool workout. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is probably everyone's maybe like favorite workout of the weekend. Just like the next.
I think so, because it's the one who's going to
fun.
hurt less.
The least amount of hurt.
No, yeah.
Is there anything in the programming this weekend that's completely outside of what you're comfortable with? It seems like these are all good workouts for you guys.
I would say.
They're purely like, they're pure CrossFit workout.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So they're nice. They're really nice. And the only thing I would say maybe like personally is they're maybe good for me on the leaderboard, but there's 2 sprint workouts. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would like to see maybe something between like, because we have 2 short workout, 2 long workout, 1 workout with barbell. So I would maybe prefer to see like something between like 7-10 minutes where we talk, but like it's a game. We have to play by the rules.
Yeah. This final workout, what are you thinking then?
We got 2 left. What, event 5 and then event 6. So event 5 is the row, handstand walk, legless rope climb workout. And kind of the same situation, the handstand walks as the lunges. The distance that we're handstand walking is a little strange. So we're handstand walk 5 meters and then have to kick up and then kick down and then kick back up. So you're doing 5 meter segments again, which makes that's a lot of transitions. If you're, what is the amount of meters? I think it's like 60 meter handstand walk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like 12 total turns on the handstand walk, which is
like almost 200 feet in.
in 15-foot sections. So that makes it a little bit interesting. I feel like the row pacing, most guys are going to be about the same. You're not going to win or lose on the row. You're just going to either blow yourself up or stay consistent. And then this one's going to be about how much time you spend upside down and then climbing ropes. So as a Mayhem athlete, I'm like, I feel like it's a good one for us because we
on a rope
spend so much time upside down and on ropes.
Yeah, right
so
on.
it's kind of where I'm at on event 5.
Yeah.
What do you think?
5. I mean, same thing as
Yeah.
Tyler said. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a lot of people who can beat us on this one. Like maybe a couple of guys for sure because we don't know. But I mean, we're always doing instant walk and rope climb like at least twice a week.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
Last week 4. But I mean,
really likes it.
no, yeah, and it's good. So no, I think it's going to be pretty good for us, and it's going to be a good race also to do. It's going to be nice to do it like all of us together in the bar.
Yeah.
And get some like kind of like a competition style like live workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fun. You think, Henry?
What's up?
Anything on that one?
Yeah, I definitely like that workout. Yeah, the handstand workout. I mean, the handstand is gonna be the big chunk of it. For me personally, I guess getting used to that transition, because we're so used to doing 50 to, sometimes I do practice with 90 feet. So it's just like getting up, getting back down, and just getting that flow and getting comfortable with it. That was the biggest part with me when I did it the first time. I'm like, yeah, I gotta practice this, and I didn't think I needed to because we do so much of it. Mm-hmm. And like you're saying, like the ropes, I try to go fast. I don't think it'd be a good idea, but you won't win it on that. The row you can if you're a bigger guy, but I think that handstand is what's really going to benefit you if you're, staying smooth and, once again, keep the heart rate down. So.
Yeah, it's a good balance of a workout, too. Like the guys that are really big and can row really well, they're going to have to get upside down and then pull themselves up the rope, legless. So it's kind of like you either row fast and move well, or, it's good.
Definitely.
Last
workout is
Gretel.
That's what when I saw the workouts, I'm like, oh crap, is there anything like we hadn't been doing or hadn't seen? So we actually programmed basically Gretel a couple months ago. So it's like, boom. Yeah. The only thing I thought we don't do a ton of is like single arm overhead squats at 50. Yeah. It's light enough to where hopefully, obviously everyone's squats here is good, but Gretel's 10 rounds, 3 clean and jerks, 135, 95 for ladies, 3 bar facing burpees. And they did it at the MAC. We saw Haley,
that's right.
Angela, all them do that.
We were coming out of the gym yesterday, Sam and I, and there's some kid, I don't know what his name is. He comes in the afternoons, and he was doing it over there.
Oh, I told Seth. Props to Seth. I said, you go sub 3, I'll buy Chipotle, and he got 259.
Like, it was it Seth? Was that who was doing it? He crushed himself over there. Yeah. Sam was like, that dude's crazy. What's he doing?
Oh, yeah. Alone. I was so impressed by him. I'm like, it's like 4:30 in the PM. He's alone. Like, nobody to cheer on him. There's just me and Jake hanging out on the rig, like, just to see if he's doing, like, if he can make sub 3 minutes. And I'm like, man, that guy is crazy. I mean, he's so good to do that, like, alone like that. I would not do it.
Stay close to your mic.
Oh,
you're fading. Yeah, that was wild. We watched him kind of finish, and he's just on the floor dying.
He earned Chipotle big time.
So you bought it for him, or you're going to?
I will.
Right on, man.
He earned that.
What do you guys think about that workout? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes.
Yeah. I think you just gotta
go.
Yeah, transition.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say person's name, but not doing 1 foot over the bar burpees. You don't want to do that. I guess the biggest, I don't know. I guess me and Jake talk about like push press or push jerk. I don't know, man. That I did. Was it 2 rounds? It was 2 sets. You had to do 5 rounds of the 3 and 3, and I tried both. I tried push press and push jerk. I think it hurt either way. I really feel it more in my glutes and my hamstrings. I think that second round, but it's definitely it's a burner for sure.
That should be a new T-shirt. I think it hurt either way. It don't matter. Either way.
Yeah. But it's definitely a fun one. I really like it. It's different. Yeah.
No, it's a sprint for sure.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think? Like, so this is an online opportunity here, which is different. How kind of talk real quick about COVID, training through COVID, and then where you're at and this opportunity and getting your mind right for that. I don't know if you're happy with the online thing or if you'd rather been somewhere in person. It's adversity you're dealing with. What's that?
Personally, nah. I mean, outdoors games wasn't my choice. Let's don't talk about it. I mean, I would prefer for sure compete live with other people on the competition floor. Just seeing the team in Alien 2 weeks ago at MAG, I was like, in the stand. I was like, damn it, I wish I could be there because I missed it so much. And the thing is, when you don't touch a competition floor, and you go back on it after, it's kind of like it feels like it's new a little bit. I mean, it's been so long that I didn't be on the floor. It's kind of made me nervous a little bit for the games. But yeah, it is what it is for this year, I guess. And I mean, I'm happy because I'm gonna have the chance to throw down with Henry and Tyler. Yeah. So it's gonna be kind of like a competition because we're gonna go head to head on the workout. So but no, I think we all prefer to be on the competition floor. I'm sure.
Nobody else?
Yeah, I would love to be on the competition floor.
Yeah.
And just getting that energy from the fans and hearing the screaming and seeing your family out there and unfortunately we can't do that, but you're getting the same type of format with each other. And when Jake told me they were doing it, I'm like, I gotta come up there because there's no way I'm doing this by myself. And Tyler said the same thing. So it's a blessing to be up here, and we're gonna really push each other and compete. I mean, of course, we're gonna have fun now, but when we get out there, I know we're gonna push the threshold a little bit. So that's all I got to say about that.
What's y'all's 3 minutes? What's your go-to song? It's Gretel. It's time to burn it down. What are we playing?
Song.
Yeah. You have a go-to?
I don't think I can hear the song in that workout.
Thunderstruck.
Yeah, Thunderstruck.
Ooh, I like that. I love Thunderstruck. You've been
Thunderstruck for you,
Thunderstruck.
Oh, you don't have to.
You
I was
started
just-
first
I'll
minute
play
like
whatever y'all want.
you started first minute of the song just like 1 minute before the workout, so it's just like making me a little bit more nervous. I like that.
Ooh, we can do that.
Oh yeah, we can do that. I don't have a song.
No songs?
No song?
No.
I would say Remember This by NF.
Remember this by enough. We can play that with Friendly Friend today or Gretel or both. All of them.
You don't have to
Just
play
repeat.
music. I'm just working out.
I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited for this because it is a unique opportunity. There's a lot of things in our life that are outside our control. And in mindset, we talk about the necessity of understanding who you are, competing from your values so that you can create energy when the emotion's not there. So when you don't have a crowd, when you're alone, when it's cold, when it's dark, when it's tired, can you respond? And I think if you want to be the best, be 100% of who you're created to be, you got to have that ability, and you got to understand that. This is going to be kind of a unique opportunity. It's going to be the three of you. You're all excellent at what you do, and the environment's going to be cool. So I can't wait to see what happens.
And 2 other people too.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Hams will be here too, and
Yeah,
Bailey.
and Bailey.
Mayhem athletes will be repping. Yeah, I agree. That's good. I wish I was here today. I wish I could compete. I'm not near good enough, but lots of people do. That's a good to remember too. Like and to help both sides. Like that's why you're competing, man. Thank you, God, for letting us compete for our faith, and I'm going to provide for my family. I'm going to try to win this for them. And then we've been fitnessing all year. It's a good way to serve people. And then on the other side, like one day this will be gone, and you'll still have all those things too. So like,
for sure.
front and back. That's good.
One of the most important things that I think about this whole idea of Mayhem athlete and what Mayhem represents, this is right from Rich Froning and why he does what he does and who he is. That falling off the rope, that experience that he had caused him to stop and recalibrate. Why am I here? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why is this important? And in order to get present, and I'm always talking about this, 3, 2, 1, go. The dragons. What's in your head? What do you have to overcome in order to be present and do your best? And when we're competing for ego, for us, sometimes that's really hard to get into this space and be everything you were created to be. When we're competing for things outside of who we are, like our values, like our family, like our faith. It allows us to have the ability to overcome that negative emotion and get present. And so I know that's how it is for me. I don't know how that works for you guys in your head, but you've talked a little bit about the importance of that. And what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I think in college, at least playing baseball, I struggle with that a little bit, especially because a lot of in baseball there's a lot of one-on-one battle, right? And a lot of it is still stagnant. It's a little different than hockey and football where you can go full speed and forget about it the next play and make a play the next play. In baseball, it's a one-on-one game between you and another guy. And if you have like that, like your dragons, or you're built up the pressure, the anxiety, the energy. Whenever I was younger, maybe more immature, I didn't know what to do with that energy. So it kind of ate me up a little bit when I was younger, until I finally kind of took it as like what Jake said, and like it is a gift. And it's something that like that burden isn't so much of a burden, right? That's actually a gift. Or that energy is something that you can take and use to have fun, to provide, to glorify the King with our gifts. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're kind of talking about headspace prior to that would be it. Like getting into that headspace of like, okay, I got all these nervous energies coming up. Maybe there's a little bit of voice, like of some doubt, questioning confidence a little bit, and kind of like our Bible study talked about last night too, like trying to refer to some scripture and remember like who we are and what we're rooted in, and like what the word says about what we do and who we are. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Using that to fire.
That's awesome. We like to try to break it down, identity, and like, so this is interesting. Sometimes we'll be in a seminar or a train with Rich, and someone who's who's come to kind of work out for the weekend, who's not a games athlete, will ask Rich, hey, help me be more competitive. And Rich doesn't understand that question that way. He's trying to be less competitive, like it's wiffle ball and he's out there mad, and competing. And so if you ask him, he's going to tell you that to compete was born inside of him. It's his nature. And so he's trying to connect in a competitive environment. That's awesome. It's required. It's necessary. If you can't be that dude or that gal inside the white lines, you're really in trouble from a competitive perspective. And then to bridge the gap over to this personal identity, like to be able to slow down a little bit and not be competing a wiffle ball to the death, requires understanding your values. It requires you understanding, I don't need to do that over here in this space. But I think probably, and you guys talk to it real quick, you are probably, all three of you, born with this idea of compete. It probably pours out of you. It's probably something that gets you in trouble and hurts you in spaces where you're too competitive. I know we've had some incredible conversations about leaving that in the garage and not going inside with it. What do you think about that?
No, yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, I guess, how can I explain that? It's just, I guess if we're here this weekend, it's because we're all born to compete. We're all born to be an athlete. And if it's not inside of you, you're not going to go anywhere.
That's right.
It's impossible. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. At this level, at this level, I think everybody can CrossFit and it's scalable.
Yep.
If you're going to go to the games and you're going to stand on the podium inside those white lines, you got to kind of go to the darker side of your nature in competition, and understand what that is, and then shift those gears and go be the man that you want to be outside of that with the people who don't. I don't know, like. I'm 52 years old, and I can't do what you guys can do physically. Those days are kind of come and gone, but it's still who I be. It's still part of who I am, and I have to be careful with that. I go home, and that kind of intensity that comes out of me, my wife looks at me like, whoa, like, don't do that here. I don't understand that, but that's important today. And it's really cool for me. I love to see men and women who that is in their nature, that's in their design, go at it. There's nothing that makes me any happier. And I kind of live sort of through it a little bit. When you see, immediately when somebody's eyes, that's who they be in my game, you see it when they lock in. And so days like this, I get up and I get excited. I get excited to be there. Like you said earlier, I wish I was competing.
I wish I was, man. I competed a little bit. I was nothing like these dudes, but that's what I've been thinking. Like, I'm living 100% vicariously through these dudes this weekend because they get to go compete. There's everyone can CrossFit. That's a good disclaimer. But if you're going to be this level, genetically, there's some things you have to be able to do. We cannot teach you to snatch 275 pounds without a lot of genetic gifts. And we can nurture some strength and power and work on your form. In the day, some people can move perfect and they never snatch in 275 or more. And the same thing with compete. Some of the day, some people got it, some people don't. That's okay. They probably got something else, but you got to have some of that. We're going to win the day, and we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it be quiet for a second here. Now, it's interesting to get into this space when you do, maybe we should have done this yesterday when the mood was a little lighter. But it starts to get heavy.
We're on the clock, Jim.
It starts to get a little focused, and everybody has their way to get into that space. I'm a little bit nervous being next to you guys. The intensity starts to get a little bit hot. You start to get burned just a little bit.
I think we're hot. We're ready to go.
Yeah, get that first workout out of the way.
That's something interesting about CrossFit. Is the tension there?
Yeah.
It is a little bit different than a lot of ball sports where you can, when you get head to head with a guy, especially you guys in hockey and football, when you're 6 inches from a guy, there's an intimacy and you make a guy miss. There's tension and intimacy there.
Yeah.
In CrossFit, it's I'm going to be racing Sam, but I also know my capacity and all. Yeah. There's so many different skills and so many different things. It's not like I can put a stick move on Sam and then beat him. We don't get to
right.
touch each other. We're 6 feet apart. Right. It's not like I can do anything fancy or I'm doing the best that I can in my lane and he's doing the same thing too. So I think that relieves that tension a little bit too. Is we know we're gonna go head to head. I'm still pulling for him to have his best workouts, obviously.
Yeah.
I want the best result, but that is pretty cool about CrossFit. It's I can do my workout and then pull for him to do his best workout, and we're good with that. It's like on the sports field, it's a little more primal. I feel like it's a little
crazy. There's no like replays in football. Or, like you don't replay a game. You might replay the same team, but it's 100% different. And like, they literally did Friendly Fran almost a year ago, and they're doing the same thing.
Right.
It's just wild. Like that's why there's that tension. Like they know what's coming,
and I know that tension. That tension's there. I know what my time is too. So I'm like, I gotta beat the. You know, I'm fitter than I was at stage 1. So I'm like, I gotta beat this time. Like I'm not so concerned about what Sam and Henry are doing on the pull-up bar on thrusters.
Being able to compete against yourself and understand that, and then maybe use a little bit. Of that energy to kind of pull yourself further ahead.
Yeah, for sure.
That's something I've been struggling with a little bit with, like just like you talk. When I was playing hockey, I mean, when I step on the ice, Hall, the other guy on the other team, I mean, I want to kill them, Hall. I want to win. You're not my friend. I'm gonna. If I can hit you, I'm gonna hit you. If I can do whatever I can to win the game, I'm gonna win. And that's something I've been struggling with CrossFit because I'm competing against these guys, but we're friends at the same time. So it's pretty weird to like, hey. Have fun. Good luck. No, not good luck. Good luck. No, I want you to do well. No, not do well.
I hope you lay down.
It's like it's something pretty hard to put your mind. Like that's why I mean personally I'm not like I'm gonna put myself in the mood like maybe 5 minutes before the workout because otherwise I put if I put myself in my mind into like competition mode 2 hours before, he's not gonna like me. He's never gonna talk to me.
Right.
So but that's something I like about CrossFit. It's like. Kind of like, I think the same way of like UFC and boxing, like the guys are fighting each other, but after that they went to the same bar and paid a beer. Like,
like a respect there.
Yeah.
So
I do like that the aspect that it really honestly this is about you. And you're really competing against yourself.
Correct.
And you don't have to worry about somebody else making mistakes and hoping bad on somebody else because over the course of the weekend there's so much that's going to go on.
Yeah, and you don't control it.
Nah, there's zero control over it. If you can stay present and do your best. Your mind can be there, and then how you each approach of it is obviously a little bit different. So, 3, 2, 1, go. What are you thinking about today? Got a couple hours? 3, 2, 1, go. What's on your mind right away?
Right now?
Yeah. No, this afternoon. What do you think is going to be there?
Like family or?
I don't know. I'm just asking you. 3, 2, 1, go. This thing kicks off. What's going on? Do you even know?
Don't count
or
reps.
is it?
I feel like you're just counting reps in your head, aren't you?
Yeah. Is that what it is? Just the task?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, for sure.
Just compete. Just the task.
It's the task. I would say like 3, 2, 1, go. You know, I'm a little bit different when it comes to this because I play football, so I think things as a team sometimes, and I don't know how to separate that from individual to team. And so when I come up here, you know, before I even came up here, of course, like I want to win, but it's like I also want them to win, if that make any sense. Like if I'm winning, they're winning too because they're feeding off of me and I'm feeding off of them. So at the same time, I'm like, okay, let's elevate each other so that we all can be, ideally, be on the same plane when it comes to like getting top 5. That's how I'm thinking. Like, okay, I'm gonna go hard on Fran. I know that's gonna push Sam. That's gonna push Tyler and Bailey and James. And he's probably going to push me on this workout. So that's how I think about, okay, we all have our strengths. Let's use our strengths to help push each other so that way we can try to reach this common goal. So that's what I think a totally bigger picture. So
I like it. Absolutely. I like it.
That's good, Henry. That's good.
What else?
That's all I got. Yeah, probably. We're going to go warm up soon.
Yeah, an hour.
Well, I appreciate you guys being here and taking a little bit of time right before this to kind of share your hearts and your thoughts. And we appreciate you as Mayhem athletes. And I'll be over there screaming in the corner. No, I won't. I'm going to be really quiet, actually. I'm really quiet.
I'll be screaming.
Well, yeah.
I'll be screaming.
Watching what goes down. Right on, man. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Good stuff,
Thanks.
guys.
Thanks, man.
thank you.